Hi there, this is Solitary Ronin from Solitary Ronin Films, and welcome to a special video of an unboxing, which I don't really do unboxings of, but this is a special film in the argument for my favourite film of all time, in the argument for one of the films that you can call absolutely perfect, one of the greatest scores, some of the best use of Dutch angles, best cinematography, one of the greatest endings of all time, one of the best cameos of all time, one of the greatest scripts of all time, one of the greatest speeches of all time, or monologues, the greatest use of a Ferris wheel of all time. We're talking about Carol Reed's The Third Man. This is a Criterion DVD that I have from 1949. Absolute masterpiece. Here's a Blu-ray steelbook that I have. There's Orson Welles. There's the Studiocanal special edition Blu-ray and CD soundtrack, which also had a lovely booklet and wonderful art cards. There's Alida Valli and Joseph Cotton, or just Valli, she was credited. There's a poster, also with a little cat, and then you have 4 discs. So you've got the CD soundtrack, you've got a DVD, 2 DVDs in the Blu-ray, lots of wonderful extras. So that was the Studiocanal 4K transfer, but then they've just released the film on 4K in this lovely big box set, which, if you open it up, it plays the theme tune, which YouTube might strike me for, but it plays the theme tune, which is kind of awesome. So inside the set you have the discs. Sorry, there's Joseph Cotton, Trevor Howard, Calloway, not Callahan, he's English, not Irish. You do get the Blu-ray and the 4K disc. You get Orson Welles and Alida Valli. Gonna have to go in again. You get a wonderful book with images from the shooting. You get the shooting script, which is fully annotated. You also get wonderful little art cards, one of the original posters, Holly Martin's book covers, The Oklahoma Kid, and of course The Lone Rider of Santa Fe, and you get a copy of Anna Schmidt's passport. Probably can't use it. And we get another poster, an updated one of the new 4K. So a lovely pack. I mean, obviously they'll probably release a kind of standard 4K. I will say, because of this 4K restoration, I do have to admit the 4K isn't that much of an upgrade over the Studiocanal Blu-ray release. So, you know, if you're not a huge fan of the film, I wouldn't necessarily say you have to go out and buy this. As I said, there'll probably be a standard edition that isn't quite as luxurious and won't play you the theme tune. I mean, there's still shots in the film that are much sharper. You know, that long shot where Joseph Cotton's shouting out at the person in the shadows, that looks really good. Obviously the sound on 4Ks is better, but to be honest, Studiocanal did such a great job on this Blu-ray restoration that really the 4K, again, if I'm being honest here, the 4K isn't like a jaw-dropping 4K like some of the older films that haven't had kind of 4K restorations are. But obviously, because I absolutely adore the film, you know, I pre-ordered it immediately as soon as we heard the 4K was coming, because it's one of those films that the word classic is absolutely true, because it is just, I could literally watch it once a week and never get tired. Wonderful script, as I said, lots of zingers. You know, Harry Lime is on the down low one of the most callous villains of all time, but the character actors, you know, Baron Kurtz and his little dog, Popescu, the slimy Romanian, Dr. Winkle, obviously not Winkle, Winkle, Mr. Crabbin, Wilfred Hyde White, Bernard Lee as Trevor Howard's sidekick is just absolutely wonderful. You know, Lida Valley's luminous. The fact that we're really Holly Martin's, we're Joseph Cotton's character, in the sense, you know, people are speaking different languages that we don't understand. You know, there's no subtitle, there's none of that. Non-English language speakers speaking English just for the ease of the cinema audience. Again, one of the great endings of all time, how David O. Selznick let them get away with it. But this is an absolutely beautiful set, and as I said, this is in the argument for my favourite film of all time. Now again, with the 4K, you know, not being the most eye-popping 4K, as I said, because the restoration on this is like so good anyway, and the extras, there's nothing new apart from an audio interview with Noreen Ackland on Saving the Third Man, about the restoration. There's nothing that isn't actually on this, if you can see that, and there's even some of the same extras on the Criterion DVD. Also the Criterion Blu-ray is really expensive, so I mean, I'm not being negative, because again, I absolutely love this set, love the film, but the 4K isn't like eye-popping, jaw-dropping of a 4K, and you're not really getting any new extras. The Blu-ray is a region B, obviously the 4K is multi-region. It has the same commentary with Guy Hamilton, who was the assistant director, who was obviously go on to direct Bond films, Simon Callow, who's an Orson Welles biographer, and Angela Allen. But as I said, there probably will be a standard edition. Who knows, Criterion might release a 4K of it as well. but it is a lovely set, especially if you absolutely adore the film, which I do, because again it's just about perfect. So thanks very much for watching this little unboxing, which I don't really do in the channel, but it's a special occasion because it's the third man. So polish your zithers and pick that up if you want to pick it up. Obviously if you don't, then don't. This is Solitary Ronin from Solitary Ronin Films, stating the obvious and saying goodbye.